you could have much more abundance, and they could be utilising all of this and having citrus as well as papayas, which I put in seeds. They're popping their heads up right there. Hey? Oh, well, Bandicoot must have moved him. He was back in there. Yeah, there's papayas through the system. So in a system as an avocado industry, you can have
For the humans to live in the full sun in the desert by themselves, let's see how long the humans gonna survive there by themselves. It's not gonna be for long. But and then you put life bounded together, and then you throw it. Oh, first year harvesting, lost a little bit. Second year, still harvesting a lot. Good yield, huh? Third year. Ooh. How far can I go with this soil and how far can I go with this soil? That's how life performs. Okay? You can keep, you can keep planting. We're losing, but we're not losing as much. But the idea of moving from entropy to syntropy is now what we do, the way that we do agriculture, we get really fertile soil, we turn into not much fertility there. But what we want is, we want to get this type of soil that's really degraded, moving towards this. As you guys can see, most of this land here was like that soil before. Red soil, compacted soil, and that's where we're gonna walk around now, and we want to see what's the difference that this system could make in only 8 months here, okay? Look at that. It's not bounded, there is no a little bit of organic matter that's left from the mowing that he did. But you try to put it together, to cramp it together, doesn't do anything. And then you just go, how many? 1.5 meters apart. Open up. Go a little bit down. Look, 1.5 meters apart. Clamp it together. It stays. Can you see? Where can I get more abundance? Out of here or out of here? And what made this so different in only 1.5 meters apart? Organic matter. Okay?
And the difference, this has happened from what it was like that, all the way through here to that in 6 months.
6 months. Okay? And now let's talk about the principles of syntropic farming. First principle, everyone, we saw there. What's the first principle of syntropic farming? Ground cover. Can you see that the sun's not getting to the deep soil there? Not just the ground cover here, but the ground cover with the layers of the forest here. Look at the difference of the soil, look. Here, in my hand, look at that. We're talking about like 5 meters apart. 5 meters from there to here to here. Imagine how much we can improve if we work. And I can tell you, you've been working full time, 8 hours a day here? You don't need to. You know, how many times you prune that a month, like with the mower here?
Mowing?
Yeah?
Oh, mowing you'd have to do once a week or, yeah.
But you can, because the mower is not made for this type of system. But if we have a machine that's designed to get the grass and lay the grass here,
yeah.
we would like to have the grass coming up this tall.
That tall and then go through with it.
Yeah, you just like lay the grass here. Okay? So can you see the difference in soil? Where we're moving towards syntropy, bringing quantity and quality of consolidated life. You see a community. You don't need to go very far. If you have a community looking after all the kids, you can have more freedom. That's the same in the soil. If there is a community of organisms, of elements working together towards bringing more abundance, everyone will work less. Okay? So, ground cover.
I first put the systems in to get the system treated, and I haven't watered since that point. So I watered in the first 3 to 4 weeks and haven't done since. And that was going through a really dry period, super dry, before we hit that real wet season. So
Okay?
yeah, it's one run of good show.
Better than talking. It's good to show you guys. And now, can you guys see the natural succession or the stratification and natural succession here? So, bananas, who was the banana there? You were? Which tree? You're the eucalyptus, okay? Look at that. So eucalyptus is fulfilling its function. It's on the top, emerging. Then we got banana here. I was the banana here. And then that's a mango, isn't it? Avocado, yes?
Avocado, yes.
So, are they sick?
They're well. They're thriving.
Yeah, the life is just booming. And she's still harvesting zucchinis. 2 zucchinis to come out too. So that's how we can actually see all the principles applied here.
Soil up, and by ripping, I'm leaving furrows in the soil for that moisture to hold in those divots in the soil.
Right.
And then the plant roots, and that'll do the work from that point.
So there's still quite established grasses surviving that process?
Yeah, well, we covered it all.
And then
so
you just
it
covered
died.
straight over that?
Yeah, it died by being covered.
That's it? Yep, that's right from establishment,
We brought
yeah?
in hay for extra mulch, but all of this has been going on as well. Yeah.
So now Neil was telling me that he just comes through with his mower and just throw all the grass into the garden bed. The mower does everything. He just boom every 2 weeks, every week. He's fertilizing and watering it with no pipes.
Important not to worry too much about it.
He is hungry. As much as she's doing, she's mowing the grass, but this grass here is supposed to grow. Or we have more area of grass, so we can we have more food into that garden bed until this eucalyptus starts feeding the system with the bananas. But by now, the baby's crying. She needs more food. You know, what is the food? Grass, organic matter in general. And that's why if we are not fulfilling the function, that's why the grass will come up.
Yeah.
But look at this, the same area, just more organic matter. No grass. And no one came here to do weeding. It's just different ways and different, more food.
While these were growing up, I was growing lushes, the greens. I mean, the greens basically finished now, so they've got to be just chopped and dropped on the system. But I was growing lushes, the lushes greens underneath. Not one pest attacked my greens at that point. They were all attacking this, which was amazing to take notice of. I was like, you know, if I was organic or non-organic, it wouldn't matter, because I know what's going on in my system, where the pests are, straight away. And I never even ever sprayed it. They'd eat this and they'd leave and leave everything alone. I was like, wow.
Think about the structure of the system as well. So we got avocado as a high, and then we got citrus as a medium here. Okay, forget about the eucalyptus, because the eucalyptus and bananas, they are always all for biomass. But think about, so the structure that everything, the main things that we want in the system, that they are citrus, avocados or mangoes, whatever you guys want to put, they have this structure of high, in terms of an organism. We got the medium, we got the high, and we got emergent. Oh, that's going to be the papaya very soon. Okay, because this, we always, every time that you get below the wood 5 bit, we can prune it. And I would chop a little bit more, just so it breaks down a little bit quicker. But out of it, if you don't have time, just keep bringing everything down. Imagine if she had a pigeon pea every meter as well. So it's more fertilizer in the soil, more organic matter, more what? You guys are aware of building quantity and quality of consolidated life. You don't need to worry about grass. You don't need to worry about the water. You know, all we're doing here is we are respecting the stratification that as an organism, what is an organism? It's from that tree line to that tree line, or this whole acre or 2 acres that's in here. We are respecting that the stratification, the natural succession, because the pigeon pea came first, nurtured everything else, and you have the greens as well. So we are respecting. We got the ground cover, and she's doing the management. Make sense?
Do you find your chop and drop suffocates the ground cover at all?
What do you mean? Which ground cover?
Whatever ground cover she's planted.
Depends on what you want in the season. In here, she didn't have much. By the time that she was pruning, everything else was already out of the system.
All right.
Okay? So if you're putting sweet potatoes, for example, you might wait a little bit until you do your pruning.
Right here.
You know, you harvest your sweet potato and then you restart the system again. Put everything down and then replant the sweet potato. So that's that time. That's why management is so important, to keep the low strata. Because if all these eucalyptus start growing and no one's managing it, it's going to become a monoculture of eucalyptus. And that's your main crops is not going to have. So that's why we can't have holes in the net, in the principles net. The principles are really important to be followed as much as you can. But in saying that, look, you're looking after this by yourself, pretty much, you and Neil.
I just myself on all of this 3 acres.
3 acres, and she doesn't work every day.
No.
It's not something that she's working full time. And then you get an organic farmer. He's like 2, 3, or 5 of them working full time just to put poison, just to put fertilizers, just fixing pipes.
What are you doing with this barbosa? Are you putting any biomass?
What I'm going to do in here, is now since the systems are starting to produce their own biomass down in there, I'm going to come through here, look at putting cropping through here, cover cropping and that to produce its own biomass. And I'll be demonstrating for Howes and these guys how you can incorporate coffee into the systems and do one based around
To make sure if you're putting some crop in the middle here, you need to make sure that you leave enough space for your tractor to go around it. You know? So for harvesting, for example, to have a cherry picker going around.
Just go over the top.
Yes. So that's what we...
With your avocados, for example, then they'll get quite big. They'll grow sort of, if you leave them, from that row right over this one, won't they?
Well, I've still got the 8 metres apart, and you want to prune them.
Yep.
You don't want them as like a great big mammoth ass avocado tree.
Yep. So you'll keep them small.
If you can keep them small, keep them pruned, it's easier for picking. Then I'm not having to bring cherry pickers in and compacting the soil more by bringing cherry pickers in trying to pick them.
Yeah, but you lose a whole strata of production there too, don't you?
No, I don't think so, actually, because you're having more production on the side as well. So,
weren't you saying it's that higher strata anyway? Isn't that
avocado.
6 months,
They're only 6 months. So in 1 year, you can just chop the top of it, leave 1 branch or 2, and that twice a year, you can come here and you're gonna have enough food for this line here. You know? And that's what we want. And every year, the bananas as well. Every time that you harvest the bananas, like, what do you see? What did I see in all these banana crops down there? They leave the stump
I know,
right on the side.
Absolutely.
And that's what brings disease. Because that's just rotten. Nature wants to take that out, and then the pest will come and say, I'll speed up the process. You know, if you don't want to do your job, I'll do a job for you. But if you, I'll help you guys, I'll teach you guys how to do the management of the banana. So when you prune one, you harvest the fruit, and then you need to take that banana out. But you don't want them to reshoot again. So you just prune it in a concave shape.
You make a bowl.
You make a ball in
Yeah.
it. So it doesn't reshoot again. And if there is any borer,
Yeah, or disease.
Oh,
it
any
can't
disease.
get through the sap layer that it creates for itself.
so that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then imagine that on top of the mango, she's going to produce coconut.
So that's how we can develop a coconut industry within Australia as an additive to your mango farms as well.
And you're still going to have the eucalyptus on the side as well. They're not going to compete because you're not going to let the eucalyptus grow as big as that tree there. You're not going to let it grow as big as that one. You're going to keep them management. No, we're not going to have holes in the principal's net. So you can still have your coconuts, you can still have your mangoes.
Yeah, soursop,
What else? Bananas.
bananas, you've got your Malabar chestnut or saber nut. What's the other one in there?
Some things will work, some things it's not going to work. But if you overplant it, you have a choice. If you don't plant it, you're going to have gaps in the system again.